Welcome to day 2, Google Places. In this video, we will go over exactly how to set up and optimize your Google Places page. We will continue to use our painting company example that we talked about in the keywords video. With local search, it is absolutely necessary for your local business to have a Google Places page, and it's free. You may already have a Google Places page that was automatically created. In that case, you just need to claim it and optimize it. First, let's check to see if Google has automatically created a Google Places page for you by going to maps.google.com. Once in the Google Maps screen, all you need to do is search for your company name. So my example is Pro Painters, and then I'm going to put the city in so they know exactly where the company is that I'm looking for. Click search. And if you already have a Places page created for your business, it will show up here along the left-hand side with a little red marker and a letter inside it. And we see that our company, Pro Painters, does not currently have a Places page created. If it did, we would see a little red marker with a letter in it, like this company, Certa Pro Painters. So now we need to go in and create a new account. But before we do that, I want to show you what to do if your business actually was listed along this left-hand side. The first thing you would do, and we're going to use this Certa Pro Painters as an example, first thing you would do is click on the title next to the marker here, and that will take you to the actual Places page. This is an actual Google Places page right here. Google will sometimes create these pages automatically for you by using information they find somewhere else on the internet. And we know that this page has not been claimed yet because in the upper right hand corner here it says business owner with a question mark. If the page had already been claimed, it would say owner verified listing, like this one here. I set this example up so you could see. This is a separate company, separate Places page, and it already has been verified, so it says owner verified listing. Now we'll go back to our sample. This one says business owner question mark. So if you have not claimed your page and your page has already been created for you, you will want to click on this link. Now what that does is it'll take you to your Google login screen. And if you already have a Gmail account and you're logged into it, it will bypass this screen. And if you already have a Gmail account, you can log in right here using your email and password. If you do not have a Gmail account, you will need to click Create an Account Now. So I'm not going to try to claim this page as my own. I want to go in and create a brand new account for our example Pro Painters, which did not already have a page set up. So let's go to google.com, and we want to type in Google Places. Now the first listing that you see at the top is the one that you want to click on. And this will take us back to this screen that we saw before when we were trying to claim the other page. In this case, you can once again you can either enter your Gmail information if you have a Gmail account, or you can go in here and click Create a New Account. Now I highly recommend that you have a Gmail account, which is Google's email program. I highly recommend you have this set up before going in and setting up your Google Places page. When you set up a Gmail account, it only takes a couple minutes. We have a bonus video on how to do this exactly. So the email that I have set up for my painting company I want to sign in with that email address. Right here it will ask me the country, and it wants me to verify the phone number. And I want to enter the phone number the same way that the example shows down here. And what this is going to do when you click Find Business Information is it's going to see if there are any records in Google about this business currently. You should now be in the edit screen for your Places page. Whether you are creating a brand new Places page or editing a page that has already been set up for you after you claimed it, this is the same screen that you will see. You will want to take your time and fill this screen out as completely as possible. The more details and keywords you enter, the higher your page rank will be. Google will give preference to businesses that take the time to enter lots of information. Most of this information will be copied and pasted into our worksheet. Make sure you do this because we will be using it again in the next lesson and it will make life much easier. So let's start out here. The country should already be populated there. So we've got that. Now we're going to add the company name or the business name. I will enter the painting company's name that we are working with here. Now, when I do the street address, it is important that you use an actual address. It can be a home address or a business address. Now that I have this information, I want to copy it and paste it into the worksheet exactly how it shows here on Google Places. So I'm going to highlight the business name, copy. I'm going to paste it down here. And then I will copy the street address. Paste that there. Okay, the main phone number that we entered on the last screen should have already populated over here. Use a local phone number that has not been forwarded. Avoid 800 and other toll-free numbers. If you have more than one phone number, you can go down here and click on Add More Phone Numbers. In this case, I do not, but if you do, you can put an alternate phone number, a mobile phone, fax, and then a phone number for the hearing impaired if you have something like that. And then, of course, I want to copy, paste it into our worksheet. Now for the email address, I'm just going to use the same Gmail address that I had before. You just want to make sure you have something in there. Now for the website. Okay, for the website you have several options here. You can leave it blank and check this I don't have a website box, which I don't recommend doing, or you can enter a Facebook fan page that you have set up for your business, or you may have another page set up somewhere else on the internet, such as a directory, which we will get into in the next video. But what I highly recommend you do is put your own business website. The home page of your website should be fully optimized for the keywords that you've already researched. And I'll show you why. We're looking at the official Google Places page here, the user guide on Google's site. And when they talk about website, they say make sure to list your authoritative business website as your home page, since Google uses information from your home page to help improve search results. So that's coming straight from Google there. See the bonus video on how to optimize your home page for Google Places. And I've got the website that I built for him over here. So I'm going to paste the website right there, and then of course I'm going to paste it over on my worksheet as well. Okay, the next section down here is the description. Make sure the description is appealing as possible to the visitor. but you also want to be appealing to Google by adding at least one of your primary keywords. I also like to add some secondary keywords by saying my specialties include. Here's what I did for the painting company. Notice how I worked my primary keyword, Painters, Kansas City. That's my primary keyword because back on my worksheet here, I had my top 5 keywords, and I can choose any one of these I want because they all have a lot of searches. The one that I chose was Painters, Kansas City. So I worked that into a sentence. We are the most professional painters Kansas City has ever seen. So I've got my keyword there, and then I've got a lot of secondary keywords down here. And I use that because, you know, I got it from this list that we made in the last video with my exterior residential, my different products, services. I call them specialties on my Google Places page. Now, moving on to categories. Google will allow you to enter up to 5 business categories. Make sure you use all 5. Usually the common term for your business type will pop up when you start typing it into the category list. You must choose at least one of the selections from the pop-up list. Here's what I'm talking about. So I start typing in the type of business I have, and it'll automatically pop this list up, and I want to choose painter. I have to have at least one of the categories from the pop-up list that Google provides. I go down to the next category here, and I'm going to enter some more keywords, the same ones that I entered up in the description here, just to reaffirm to Google exactly what I'm doing. So you see I put as many as the keywords as I possibly could into the categories. Now you may have more keywords left over. I will show you where to put those later on. I also want to note that you cannot put city names here in the category section. Do not put the word Kansas City or whatever your city or market area is anywhere in the categories here. It's specifically for keywords that have to do with your service or your specialties. And now that I have the description and categories entered, what I want to do is copy and paste these into the worksheet. So I'm going to copy the description. And I want to copy my categories here. Okay, now we're going to enter our service areas and location settings. Google asks, does your business provide services such as delivery or home repair to locations in a certain area? Now I highly recommend that you click yes. This will open up a box that allows you to enter specific areas. So I click yes, and you see it opens up a map here, and then it also gives us a box where we can enter specific areas. Now I also recommend that you leave the box right here unchecked for the do not show my business address on map listings. Even if you are using a home address, you want to show it on maps. This will factor into search results. Next, I suggest you select list of areas served as opposed to distance from one location. The only time I would recommend using distance from one location is if you only are using one location in your service areas. If you have multiple service areas, which most businesses do want to rank for more than one service area, then you want to put the little dot down here next to list of areas served. I will use the list I created in the last video to enter my areas serving for the painting company. So let's check out this list that we have. And these are the areas that I listed, if you remember before. So the first one obviously is going to be Kansas City. And then I will click add, and that will allow me to put a new one in here. And it automatically chose Kansas City, Missouri. I also want to do Kansas City, Kansas, so I will type that one in manually. Click add, and you can see it opened up my service area over here on the map. Now I also want to make sure that I get Johnson County. Click add. And of course Overland Park, which is the suburb that I really want to target. Now your list may be much larger than this. Make sure you enter this information as completely as possible. If you are servicing 20 different suburbs, put them all in. And then you want to copy and paste this stuff over to the worksheet just like before. Now, when you're talking about your hours of operation, you always want to select this one. My operating hours are. You want to have something in there. Even if you don't have set hours, you want to put something in here. In my case, I'm going to be Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. If you wanted to split your hours for a single day, you can always select this option. And I also want to make sure I note this on my worksheet as well. Operating hours. Payment options. You want to make sure you select every payment option that applies to your business. For the painting company here, he does not accept credit cards, so I'm just going to choose cash and check. And then I'm going to note that on my worksheet here. Now, when we get down to photos here, Google allows you to add up to 10 photos. It is important that you add all 10 photos. Before you start uploading, I recommend you take your time and gather all 10 photos and put them in a folder on your desktop. Then after you've done that, notate where the folder is and the name of the folder on your worksheet. So in this case, I've got it located in my desktop, and the name of the folder is Painters KC Pics. You can call it whatever you want, just make sure you have 10 photos that you've carefully selected to put in there. Now, I'm going to click Browse to enter my first photo. I am on my desktop, so I will find my Painters KC Pics folder right here. Now, it is very important to choose your first photo wisely, because it will appear at the top right hand corner of your Places page. Let me show you an example. This is a different painting company. It's competition for my client here. But what he did, this is the first picture that he uploaded, so it shows up in the upper right hand corner. So it shows up very prominently on your Places page. So you want to be very selective about which one you pick. You don't want to just have something generic like this company did. So we'll go to Browse again. Now, for the first photo, I suggest that you always use the owner's face. This will set you apart from the competition. It is a proven fact that including a personal photo on the front page of your website or marketing materials will increase your response rate dramatically. And I think this applies to Google Places as well. So I will double click this. Now once you've browsed it and found it, you click Add Photo. And you can see it added the photo down here. Now that's not the best photo in the world, but I think it's better than using something generic. Now the next 4 photos that you upload will show up on your Places page about halfway down. So let's look at this example again. So down here, the next 4 photos will show up here, and then your video will show up over here. So it's also important to be selective about what you put in this section. For our painting company here, the second one I'm going to choose is a special. It's a $50 off special. Add the photo. Now they're going to see the owner's face, which is going to gain some trust, and the second thing they're going to see is a $50 off special. So you're giving them a call to action. You're giving them a reason to call you rather than just having a generic photo. And I'll do the same thing for the third photo here. So my third photo is 100% satisfaction guaranteed graphic. So now we've got a personal photo, a special, and then we also have a guarantee. Much more powerful than having generic photos. Now the next 7 photos that I'm going to add are going to be generic, but they're going to be related to each service that this company provides. I am going to skip ahead so you don't have to watch me upload all 7. All the photos are now added. I also want to note that sometimes photos are too big or have too much resolution and Google will not allow them to be uploaded. Check out the bonus video on how to optimize photos for the internet if this is a problem. Also, if you need some good stock photos, you can always go to a stock photo website like iStockPhoto.com, for example, and then purchase your photos for between $2 and $3 usually. Now we're under the videos section. Google will allow up to 5 videos. Just like with photos, it is important that you add all 5. Most smartphones and digital cameras have a video feature these days, or you can buy a digital video camera for less than $200. Your video can introduce your staff, take a tour of your location, or demonstrate how you do what you do. Your videos don't have to be Hollywood productions, just do your best. If you have a TV commercial, that can be one of your videos. Post the video on YouTube and then copy and paste the address back into your Places page. I'll show you how to do this with the painting company. So the first thing we do is click over to the painting company's YouTube account. And this is the video that he has set up on his account. Now if you look up at the top here, you'll see this is the URL that you want to copy and paste. So I'm going to highlight that, copy, go back to Google Places, and then I want to paste it in here. And then I click Add Video. And it shows that the video has been set up down here. Now if you don't have any videos, check out the bonus video on how to create a professional video for free. Or you can contact us about our video creation services and we will do it for you. At the very least, you can find some related generic videos on YouTube.com. Just make sure that the videos you choose are not blatantly promoting someone else's business. Here's an example of how to do this. So we'll go back to YouTube, and I just want to, I don't want to be in the account. I want to just be at youtube.com. And I need to find some generic videos, so I'm going to do how to house painting. I'm going to search for some videos relating to that. Okay, so for example, choosing paint colors. This is just a simple how-to video. So I'm going to click on that. And all I want to do, just like before, is highlight the URL up here. I want to copy it, go back to my Places account, and paste it in. Then when I click Add Video, it shows up down here. Now I need to do this 3 more times, so I'm going to skip this part so you don't have to watch me. Now we get down to the additional details section. And this is where you want to insert keywords that you were not able to put into your description or into the categories. And they even give an example here of brands carried. So if someone was going to search for a certain paint brand or a painter that uses a certain brand, they could possibly find you if you had your brands listed here. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so you can see that I have pasted in all the brands that this company is going to use. And you can get very creative with the additional details. There are lots of different things that you can put into the additional details that will help Google rank your site for different keywords. And we will get more into that in one of the bonus videos. So make sure you check that out. So now what we want to do is click submit. Okay, now it takes us to the verification screen. And what happens is Google needs to verify that you're an actual business at this location. So what they'll do is will send a postcard out to your business address or your home, whatever you entered here. And on that postcard will be a code. It'll be a set of numbers. And once you get that postcard, which typically takes a week, they say 2 to 3 weeks here, but it typically takes 1 week. Once you get that postcard, you want to come back into your Google Places account, enter that code, and then your Google Places page will be active. So once we're at this screen and we verify that the address is correct, then you go down here and you click Finish. Okay, so it's been 1 week, and I spoke to the owner of the painting company, and he said the postcard from Google Places did arrive, and he has the code. He gave the code to me. Now I'm going to go enter it into his Google Places page to verify. So we go to Google, and we type in Google Places. Click on the first link here. And now we need to log in. Okay, now we're at the Google Places dashboard, and you see down here where it says Needs Action, and it's asking us to enter the PIN. So we go down here, and I'm going to enter the PIN that was sent on the postcard. And then click Go. Thank you. We've confirmed your PIN and validated your listing. Your listing should appear on Google Maps within 1 day. So that's how you verify your Google Places page. So your action steps for day 2 are to, number 1, sign up for a Gmail account. Number 2, sign up for a Places page. Number 3, fill out your Places page as completely as possible. Once you've done this, move on to day 3.